Hey ladies and gentlemen, how you guys been doing? It's your boys here and welcome back. Now I've been talking about basically giving you guys Wi-Fi bells, but honestly, every now and again you just feel like playing some crazy stuff. So I was just on the chat, on the Skype to be more precise, and there was somebody telling that he's gonna make a pig team, and that I kinda like the idea of it. So I decided, you know what, let's make a pig team. Let me introduce you to my team here. So basically, we got Subat, which looks like a flying pig. To be more precise, we got Coal Mind, Air Slash, Sahik, and Energy Ball. Luckily enough, last time I faced this, there was a Rhydon coming in, and I just Energy Ball the living shit at him, so that was really fun. Then we had Primeape, Choice Bandit, U-Turn Punishment, Close Combat, and Gunk Shot. It's questionable, but we're gonna see what we're gonna manage to make out of it. Piloswine, Ice Shard, Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, and Avalanche, of course. Basically, punishment means that it's going to be doing double the damage if there's some Stealth Rocks coming in as well, so that's pretty nice. And the priority moves, here we're going to have Evilite. I believe I should go with Scarf, to be honest, more. I should probably go with Choice Scarf. Where is Choice Scarf? Choice Scarf, because we do have some significant speed onto this one. Then we got Assault Vest, Musharna, as well as Grumpig with Fig Fat. Now Grumpig has not been doing much for me, but hopefully it will manage. Maybe instead of Magicoat we should go with Thunder Wave, because I don't think many people will try to poison the Grumpig in this place. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go right into it. Here's a thing. There's probably no background music right now, but I kind of want to make this video just like this, just so you guys can hear me. Showdown, I guess it's questionable to use music, because last time I used the music from YouTube I got a copyright strike, and I should probably consider using some gaming music. But for now, we're just gonna relax a bit, chill back, sit down and enjoy yourself. Anyways, here we go. So he's got Samurott Magma. Oh my god, this team. That's like the horiest team you can ever go against. All his 6 mons are really good. Especially Sock right there, so I'm gonna need to think about this. Now, lead position, most of them tend to lead with Sock or Swallow. Swallow could be a problem, but Piloswine is to be expected, so I'm expecting him to lead with Sock. He does lead with Sock. Sock could have Sturdy. He can go for knockoff. Most of them are Scarf also, and I don't really have a switch for it, which concerns me. Now, I know he's not gonna go for he's gonna need to go for the knockoff. Now, either way, if he's choice Scarf, then we can damage. Primeape should take a knockoff, to be honest. Primeape should definitely take a knockoff. And we do take a knockoff, but we're sadly gonna get rid of our choice band, but that's fine. Now I'm actually expecting him to switch out to Vileplume, so I'm actually gonna go for U-turn right here, and he actually stays in. Son of a bitch, he actually stays in. Wow, okay, so he's not choiced. I'm not seeing, I actually outspeed him, so that really took me by surprise here. But I got Pick Knight still, which is choice card, but not. Oh, you gotta be fucking joking me. This is like the only not choice Sock I've ever seen in my life. So this definitely took me by surprise. But why did he stay in? I guess he's kind of threatened by my. Okay, so if you're not choice, I'm switching out to Subat right now, and I'm just going for Air Slash because I'm actually thinking he's gonna stay in. Here's a thing about some players. Some players just don't predict. They just stay in. And that really concerns me. But anyways, we got Sand Slash over here. Now, I could go for the Energy Ball, but Energy Ball is not going to be enough. At least not without getting a Calm Mind up. Now, I could go for Air Slash, but actually, I'm expecting him to put up the rocks first. I'm going to go for the Calm Mind, expecting him to put up the rocks. Or he's just going to Stone Edge. No, yeah, okay. That's pretty great, because I got Energy Ball right now, and that should kill you off. If you switch out, Vileplume is going to get wrecked, and Energy Ball should take you out. And he does take it out, so that's pretty great. I also got Citrus Berry, but sadly enough, Swallow can outspeed me, which is the one mon that is definitely faster than it. He switches out to Samurott. Are you Choice Scarf, by any chance? Why would you switch out this? I'm very, very surprised, but basically, if Samurott has Ice Beam, I can take that. I can pull back Ice Beam, I can take that really well. And of course, whoa, ho, ho, ho. Chill back, Subat. That was amazing right there, ladies and gentlemen. We just got rid of the ice freeze. I cannot seem to say what was the hex here. Me getting rid of the freeze or getting freeze to begin with. That was definitely something else. I'm thinking about preserving this for the likes of Vileplume, so I'm switching out. And switch out to Piloswine because I know I can take most of the moves this Pokemon has to dish at me. And looking at that team right there, I could put up the rocks right now, which I think is my best bet. I could also go for Ice Shot afterwards, but I think rocks are really important. If I manage to allow him to switch out, then this game should be mine, because with Stealth Rocks packing up the damage onto Swallow, stuff should be a little bit less of a frightening situation. I could have Earthquake there, but Vileplume could also have been coming in, and I do have a good switch for the likes of this. So with Stealth Rocks being in place and him not having any chances to get rid of them, being that Sandslash is out of the picture, this is a thick fat special defense. I would have taken that really easily. So I'm not really too concerned about that miss right there. But Psyshock, Thunderwave, what's my best bet right now? Now I'm pretty sure he's gonna probably expect... Okay, so he's gonna miss another Fire Blast. Dude, this is thick fat, okay? I'm actually gonna stay in just for the hell of it and go for the Psyshock right now. He's probably a little bit pissed, I would imagine. I'm not seeing any comments. I'm really surprised here. Most people would be pissed, but he's gonna see how much this does, and it does 25%. So basically, with the fire, with it's like Life Orb. It's like 2 Life Orb damages. Really, it's nothing to really go home about. So just gonna go for Psyshock again, and he can keep on going for the Fire Blast, but he will have to, because Magmortar is basically a goner with Stealth Rocks now. So I was gonna come in with Psyshock and Poison. I believe this could... No, actually it's not gonna be enough, but it should take him out afterwards. And I still think that I don't even... Well, actually I don't have to risk my Piloswine. I can still preserve this Mon. Just staying in right now. I could also switch out. I'm just gonna stay in for the hell of it. He's gonna crit me. That would actually destroy my Piloswine, so it's actually good that I didn't switch out like that. Now I'm gonna switch out to Piloswine, because Piloswine should outspeed his Magmortar now that that thing is actually paralyzed. And I'm actually kind of glad that I replaced Magicoat with Thunderwave, because I've come to realize that it's actually very much more useful, and my opponent is gonna run because he noticed that he doesn't really have a chance with the remainder of his mons that he's got at his disposal. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go right into our next one. This is probably going to be my last video. I'm going to try to do 2 and pretty much end it with that. So Golurk is a threat, but I got Zubat to a certain extent, so I'm not that scared. But then again, even a +2 I think that Golurk can take, which is insane. Then again, he's got Piloswine as well, but I do have Energy Ball, so I have to think about that. Rotom is also a thing. What is the lead? I would imagine him leading with Piloswine, and I'm Choice Banded Primeape, so I'm actually gonna lead with Choice Banded Primeape. Oh, you got it. Oh, it's Hana. Are you serious? Are you serious? How the hell did we find each other here? What the hell? Anyways, for all you guys that don't know, Hana is actually also a participant in the NUCL league that I'm in. And this is going to be very interesting, because her team is actually, well, it's got Piloswine, and she's like a big fan of Piloswine, because she also drafted it. Varia and I are actually are in the league as well. We're both using the same team, so this is actually kind of funny how we actually found each other here. But 633 active battlers, and I didn't expect the people that are in the league that I'm in to be on Showdown right now, but I guess I'm not the only one playing, so this is pretty fun. I'm actually recording. This is very interesting. Here's a thing. I could go for the CC. I'm Choice Banded, but I don't know if I can take it out, and I don't know if I should risk that. I also got... Do I have a good switch for it? No, I'm actually gonna go for the CC. Hoping it's gonna be enough. I probably shouldn't have risked it, but I'm in Choice Banded, so I'm very tempted to go for it, just because I am Choice Banded. Now, if I was not Choice Banded, Gerder is not taking this. It's just not taking this. There's way too much strain behind it. It does have Rotom, and I would assume she does recognize this is Choice Banded, but at the same time, can I risk it? There's really no switches for this Mon, so I'm gonna need to go for the close combat. I'm expecting the Rotom at the same time, but as I said, there's really not much I could risk. Girder, I guess that could potentially be a defensive one, just because of how well it took. Even with Evilite, you gotta consider this is Choice Banded Close Combat. This is a 120 base stab, very powerful. I'm actually gonna tell her that this is actually CB. So maybe a minor spoiler at the beginning is definitely not a good option considering when you're facing your opponents, because then they actually start to notice. But I'm pretty sure she does realize this, or maybe she was actually predicting me to go for the U-turn. That could also have been it to a certain extent. Because Piloswine can probably take a choice card, close combat very easily, and Earthquake and Ice Shard is probably enough to decimate, if not only a single Earthquake. But anyways, Musharna comes in, CB close combat still does plenty of damage to the likes of Musharna, which is incredible. Truly a magnificent turn right there on Musharna's end. Now, I could switch out. If this Vayne doesn't have, here's a Vayne, it's a very problematic mon to be facing, to be honest with you. I don't have a switch for it. That's what really truly bothers me a little bit right now. I could switch out to Zubat and go for the Calm Mind. I'm actually gonna expect it to go for the Sahik type move. Switch out to Zubat. Sahik does come in, but that still does a lot of damage. And I'm thinking I can take a Shadow Ball after Calm Mind, which I will actually definitely go for. And I do have Citrus Berries, so hopefully enough that will work into my favor. Then again, she could switch out to Piloswine and expect like a T-Wave or something, but I would not really a T-Wave on Musharna because it does have Synchronize and that does T-Wave me back, so it's like a Miro move and I cannot afford my Zubat to get slower than her team. So she switches out to Mantine. I am actually very much glad about this because Mantine, it can definitely Toxic, but I could go for another Calm Mind because I kind of need to, and I know it can either go for the Toxic or Ice Beam. That's the best bet, but I need to go for the Calm Mind because I need to get as much power as I can. Toxic does come in, but now that I'm at +4, this move should be doing a considerable amount of damage. 75 up to 90. What's my greatest bet? In case she switches out, I think Psychic should be more than plenty, and as you guys can see, it does a lot of damage. Air Slash is not going to do not nearly enough. I do have Citrus right here, and I believe this time around I should probably go for the Air Slash, seeing the damage. Yeah, I guess 67. There is no question Air Slash should still kill, and in case she switches out to like a Musharna, for example, try to stall me a little bit, then that would have died as well. So Mantine has say his goodbyes in this case, but it did poison me, which means I'm on a timer, not to mention Piloswine is a Feint, and Ice Shard is definitely to be expected, so I have to think about this. Very much to be expected, to be honest. Grass Knot we do have on our... but we got other things as well, so what should I do here? Should I directly switch out to my own Piloswine? But then a Girder can come in, and I kind of want to preserve this mon still because, well, she's probably going to put up the rocks, won't she? But then again, will she risk this game? I would assume she's gonna... Actually, I'm gonna need to switch out. I'm actually expecting Ice Shard very easily right here, and I don't think she's actually in a position to over-predict. Musharna, hers, she's got 62. I do have Shadow Ball. Actually, this is a mistake, a Baton Pass on Assault Vest set, but I'm gonna go for the Future Sight right now, because with Future Sight, it should be doing a considerable amount of damage, and I kind of want to damage this Piloswine. Thinking about it, I should probably have gone for the Shadow Ball, because I kind of want to damage this to a point where I can kill it with close combat. But now I'm actually a little bit on a skeptical situation. I should probably have run Psychic, but I got like things on ground pick and whatnot. But I gotta think about this because this is getting a little bit dangerous, a little bit out of my comfort zone. And she does switch out, so she switches out to Musharna as well. Interesting enough, I'm offensive, so I'm gonna go for the Shadow Ball right here, seeing how much damage we can do. We do get a special defense decrease that is incredible, and we are Assault Vested, so we can take that really easily. But the problem is that Future Sight should be striking now, but at the same time, I think Dazzling Gleam, is it enough? 43 compared to, yeah, it should definitely be enough in killing this mon. In case she switches out to like a Girder or anything of that matter, I'm actually going to go for the Dazzling Gleam. In case she survives, she doesn't, Future Sight is going to strike now, but there is no opponent. Sadly enough, she definitely made a smart move by avoiding Future Sight, because something on her team would have gotten heavily dented, and yeah, that would have been a horrible situation to be in. So Girder could definitely come in right now. I'm Assault Vested, so Girder can like go for a knockoff or something. I don't have Psych, but that's probably something she doesn't realize yet, luckily enough for us. But we do have Zubat and Grumpig, so we're kind of covered on Psychic behalf. I think that it would be too much to have so much Psychic going on. But the Baton Pass is kind of useless on Assault Vest, so that was my mistake. So I should definitely probably put in like Signal Beam or something in case like I face like a let's say I face a setup superpower. What is that Pokemon called? The penguin looking floppy dark Psychic Mon, you know which one I'm talking about, which is one of the biggest threats in this particular tier. But right now she's got Piloswine, she's got Girder, she's got Rotom, and she's got that lion looking thing, Pyro. That is a crazy mon. I'm Assault Vested, so here's the thing, I can take this, I can actually take this, go for the Future Sight. I can take a Dark Pulse if she doesn't flinch, that is. Let's go. And Future Sight is in. That is incredible. Now I have to switch out. Again, Zubat can take a move from Girder. And can actually outspeed Pyro also, if I'm not mistaken. So that's a very good indication. I could switch out to Grumpig still. Grumpig is specially defensive. And in any case, I know I can eat 2 Dark Pulses with reasonable ease. But then again, not really all that well. So, she's gonna need to Dark Pulse again, but Primeape is slower. Then again, I need to preserve Primeape for Rotom, and I need to put up the rocks somewhat. So, I think for now, I'm actually gonna go for the. Should I go for the T-Wave? I'm actually gonna go for the Power Gem in case she switches out to her Piloswine, or if she stays in, that's fine. I know she's not gonna switch out to Girder. And I know I can take another Dark Pulse in case she does switch out to Piloswine. Okay, Piloswine is coming in. That is very interesting. Didn't expect that, but Future Sight is going to strike for significant amount of damage. That's quite incredible. And now I have to think in what kind of Pokemon I should switch in. Either way, Zubat is kind of dead. If she decides to put up the rocks, I can still survive one of those. But that's about it. I can still switch out to my Musharna. If she plays offensive right now, I'm gonna be in a pickle, but at the same time, I think that if I can put up my own rocks, that's gonna be incredible. I think I should definitely consider putting up my own rocks. I actually need to think about this a little bit more. I need to preserve Grumpig for the likes of that Girder there, so I'm switching out to Musharna to be sort of a Death Fodder. She does put up the rocks, making my Zubat be on a timer, and I can either go for the Future Sight, or I could, let's see now. Pyro is 81. It's 81. Zubat can still outspeed. If that's not Scarlet, that could be a big problem. I'm gonna go for the Future Sight for now. Earthquake is gonna take me out. It's sadly faster than me, and now I got a situation I gotta think about. I could switch out to Pignite, and proceed to go from there, but man, I kind of need to damage this Pokemon. I actually kind of need to damage this Mon greatly, and I'm thinking whether or not I should damage it. Well, I cannot damage it to Zubat anymore, but I can definitely put up the rocks with my own and proceed to go from there. I believe I should outspeed his Girder, her Girder also. And even if Girder starts setting up, it's a little bit too late. So I'm actually gonna start to switch out to my own Piloswine. Decide to put up the rocks, because rocks are really going to be denting her team a bit here with Pyro around, and I need that a little bit of more damage onto her team to where it can make a difference. So she's actually outspeed me, which means she probably runs some speed investment to this Piloswine, which makes sense because his speed is sort of a thing that can still outspeed some of the walls. So it's definitely nothing to mess around with. I'm going to go for Earthquake here as well. And she does outspeed me twice, which means she's probably not as bulky as I am. But then again, she does still do a considerable amount of damage towards me here. I would assume she's going to go for Earthquake again. But again, I got nothing to lose by going for Earthquake here. And she does score a crit. I'm going to hit my own Earthquake, and there's going to be a lot of Earthquake going on, but we managed to take it off. So basically now Rotom can come in, Pyro can come in, but if those two come in, are they going to be taking an Ice Shard? I think everything is going to take an Ice Shard. I believe it's going to outspeed even the likes of Girder, and now at the remainder of HP, I'm actually kind of liking the idea that I get critted, because that basically means that her Girder cannot gain more HP back by the likes of Drain Punch if she would have decided to go for it and outspeed me by the end of the day. So let's see what my opponent Hana is gonna do right here. She's got Girder, she's got Pyro, and she's got that Rotom. I would assume Mach Punch is going to be greatest bet. Don't think Bulk Up is going to be a thing, so I'm going to go for Ice Shard to get some little bit more chip damage, as she does go for the Mach Punch, but my priority is going to speed hers, which is something I was expecting because of the Girder. Thus, yeah, it goes below 200 on max speed, so it kind of makes sense. And let me check now her team. Biggest weakness. That Rotom is still a threat. That Rotom still gives me plenty to work with. I kind of don't want to take damage because I believe I'm in a range where Mach Punch is going to take me out afterwards. So I think I'm going to need to switch out to my Grumpig and go for the Psyshock. I think that's going to be my greatest bet. Grumpig can easily outspeed this Mon without much concern. I'm not going to go for the Thunder Wave because that's just going to activate the Guts if she does possess it. Psyshock is definitely going to be my best bet in taking this Mon out with the help of Stab. Without Stab, I would have actually probably not have enough raw strength in handling it, but my team pick right here definitely pulling through. She's got Rotom, she's got Pyro, and stuff are looking very close, because Zubat can still outspeed this Mon if it's not Scarf, that is, which I'm still kind of guessing it could potentially be. But just in that case, we're going to go for Thunder Wave now. I could have gone for the Power Gem, but again, I don't got nothing to lose by going for Thunder Wave. This Mons do not scout, so she cannot switch out to Rotom in order to take this. So I can take a Dark Pulse. If it does not flinch, we can paralyze it. And we do manage to paralyze it, which is excellent, because now this Pokemon is definitely not a threat. Even if it was Scarf, we pretty much sealed the deal in case like a Power Gem would have not killed it off or something. So that was necessary, but just in case, may as well do so. And Grumpig, I think that I doubt I can take a Shadow Ball from this range now. If I would have been at like 55%, I probably could have, but this is definitely not going to be the case. And my Mons right now, Shadow Ball is going to take me out. I'm actually going to try to make it a little bit closer. I could directly switch out to Primeape and go for the punishment, but that's not going to be enough. Even with Choice Band, it's going to do like 75, I would assume. So I'm actually going to switch out to Zubat just to scout a little bit whether or not this Mon is actually Choice Scarf. If it's Choice Scarf, then we can definitely handle with the remainder of our guys. If it's not, I'm not going to kill it off, but may as well scout a little bit before making any rash decisions. I'm going to go for the Psychic. It's probably going to take her down to like 40%, 44%. If not, somewhere around that range to be a solid to hit, but doesn't really matter because Rotom is most likely Scarf. Most of them are. They're not as bulky as their predecessors, not really. Their future forms. But yeah, it is Scarf indeed, and I'm Choice Scarf on this as well. But I could either switch out to this or switch out to Beam 9. Now I can take a Shadow Ball without much concern, and I can go for the Flame Charge, and then afterwards go for the Flare Blitz. I think that's going to be more than plenty in taking this thing down. I could go for Flare Blitz straight out of the bat, but again, well, I'm Choice Scarf, so Flare Blitz doesn't make sense. Again, my minor mistake there. Should have definitely considered changing that. But Shadow Ball, Flare Blitz, critical hit, and that was enough. That crit definitely mattered. GG. Hana and this bell, thank you very much for the match, and I hope you guys have enjoyed this bell with me. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Leave some feedback regarding this to how do you feel about my team pick. You know, I lost the picks. You can go down here and just see it a little bit. Yeah, it's picks are broken, man. Picks are broken. They really are. Don't you agree, people? Picks are broken in this game. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, take care, peace. And she does seem to agree.